Hi, I'm Kevin Elliott. I've spent nearly 20 years working with some of the world's top banks and hedge funds in New York, London, and Dublin. Today, I'm a certified financial planner based in Ireland, working with business owners and high earners, helping them to build real lasting wealth without burning out or bleeding it all in taxes. In this video, I'm going to show you how to think about money, how to behave with money, and more importantly, the exact systems that you need to build wealth so that you can make sure that you end up financially free. We're going to break this down into 5 core areas. 1, lifestyle inflation. 2, debt. 3, assets. 4, systems. And 5, mindset. These are the levers that quietly separate those who get ahead from those who stay stuck. Because here's the truth. Most of us think we want wealth, but the truth is we actually crave progress. As Will Smith once said, becoming wealthy feels amazing, but losing progress, even when you're still rich, feels miserable. It's not just about the money that makes us feel good, it's the trajectory. That sense that we are improving, rising, winning. But that craving for more, it can become a trap. An addiction that leaves us stressed, stuck, and broke, even when our income says that we should be fine. So imagine this, say we've got 2 high earners. They live in the same city, at the same age, and look at the same job. They both earn €120,000 per year. Their rent, bills, and their baseline costs are almost identical. But 10 years later, one has built real wealth. They sleep peacefully at night. The other is working harder than ever and barely keeping up. So how is this possible? Same income, same economy, same opportunity. Let's unpack exactly why and see how you can make sure that you end up on the right side of this story. Let's talk about one of the most dangerous threats to your financial future, lifestyle inflation, and its partner in crime, instant gratification. Most people think the key to wealth is earning more, but here's the truth. Earning more only helps if you don't spend as much. Lifestyle inflation happens when your spending rises in tandem alongside your income. You get a raise, you upgrade your car, you land a new job, you move into a nicer home. Your expenses keep pace with your earnings. And suddenly, no matter how much you make, you're still living paycheck to paycheck. You never feel more wealthy, even though you're earning more. That money is already spent. Just because you have the money doesn't mean that you can actually afford the purchase. Affording isn't just about having the cash in your account, it's about what you're giving up to get it. That is called the opportunity cost. Every euro spent impulsively is a euro not going towards debt paying, savings, or long-term investing. That €800 a month car payment, that's almost €10,000 per year, which should grow to about €100,000 in 8 years if invested appropriately. Now let's look at the deeper driver behind all of this, which is instant gratification. It's the urge for a quick reward, even when a better one awaits later on. It feels great right now, but it sabotages your future. Say that you're trying to get in shape. You've been really disciplined with your diet and working out all week. But for your cheat meal, you eat Domino's pizza and 2 tubs of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. That may give you a great feeling for the initial 15 minutes, but they derail your long-term goal. But there is an anecdote, and it's called delayed gratification. It's the ability to say, not yet, I'll wait, I'm building something bigger. Studies show self-control is one of the strongest predictors of adult success. It's a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Ask before any big purchase, is this aligned with my goals or just my ego? Budget for joy, but prioritize long-term wealth. Now let's talk about debt. It's not the enemy, it's just how you use it. That decides whether it builds wealth or destroys it. When debt becomes a financial anchor, especially in high-interest debt like credit cards, it is a major obstacle. Instead of your money working for you, it goes towards interest payments, which works against you. In Ireland, credit card rates range between 14 to 23%. A €5,000 balance at 22%, that's almost €1,100 a year just to stand still. Harvard professor Arthur Brooks calls it a form of unhappiness death. Why? Because it doesn't just slow your finances, it wrecks your mental health. It creates stress, anxiety, and it keeps you stuck, even on a good income. The trap? Well, credit feels smooth, just a swipe, there's no pain. And that's the disconnect leads to overspending. You don't actually see the money leaving your hand, so you keep spending. And when you break your budget, you just think, okay, well, I'll fall back on the credit. No one plans to carry a credit card balance until they do. A job loss, a vet bill, and suddenly later becomes months. So what's the difference between good debt and bad debt? It's one measure, and it's called ROI, or return on investment. Good debt builds value. A mortgage builds equity, a student loan increases earnings, a business loan funds future income. Bad debt fuels lifestyle inflation. Credit cards for stuff that don't last. Car loans on a depreciating asset. Store cards that bury you in interest. Debt is like fire. Used wisely, it heats your home. Used poorly, and it can burn it down. The bottom line here is use debt to acquire assets, not to impress people. Eliminate high-interest consumer debt as quickly as possible. Don't borrow for things that lose value. If you want to understand wealth building at its core, you need to master the simple truth. Wealthy people buy assets, broke people buy liabilities. And no, it's not about how many things you own, it's about whether those things make you money or cost you money. An asset is anything that puts money into your pocket, like rental properties that generate monthly income, a dividend-paying stock, index funds that grow over time, a profitable business. Assets work while you sleep. They grow in value and generate cash flow. A liability does the opposite. It takes money out of your pocket. A luxury car loses between 20 and 30% the moment that you drive it off the forecourt. Designer clothes and jewelry, they may feel like wealth, but they quietly drain your finances. It's really just a monthly bill with no financial return. That's where the mindset shift happens. Most people don't think this way. We're trained to believe that ownership equals status and status equals success. But here's the truth. If it doesn't make money, if it doesn't grow in value, it's not helping you build wealth. That doesn't mean that you can't enjoy life, but it does mean you need to spend with intention. Before any major purchase, ask yourself, will this help me earn more? Will this help me grow my net worth? Is it pushing me closer to financial freedom, or is it pulling me further away? That's how financially free people think. They see money choices through the lens of long-term goals, not short-term pleasures. Most people think wealth is built on big salaries or risky investments. But here is the truth. Wealth is built on smart systems, quiet habits, and boring tax strategies. So let's break it down. Number one, pay yourself first before you spend. This is the golden rule of personal finance. Save first, spend what's left, not the other way around. Well, why? Because most of us treat savings like leftovers. We pay all our bills, we splurge a little bit, and maybe we save if there's anything left over. But when you pay yourself first, you flip the script. Save 10 to 20% automatically, and as soon as your paycheck hits, treat savings like rent. It's just non-negotiable. Move the money to a separate account and don't touch it. This is a habit that was made famous by Robert Kiyosaki in Rich Dad Poor Dad. It shifts your mindset from reactive spender to proactive wealth builder. And the best part, it removes willpower from the equation because automation builds a discipline for you. Second, invest early and let time work its magic. The biggest financial advantage that you can have is time. Thanks to compound interest, the earlier you start to invest, even smaller amounts, the bigger your future wealth grows. €200 invested at 8% from age 25 to 65 becomes €700,000. If you start at 35, you will need nearly double the amount just to catch up. It's the snowball effect. It's interest earning interest. Growth accelerates exponentially over time. The earlier you roll your snowball, the bigger it'll get. 3, use tax strategy. It is your legal cheat code. Most people don't realize this, but taxes are one of the biggest expenses, and yet it's one of the areas where most people ignore. But the financially savvy, they optimize it. Pension contributions like additional voluntary contributions, where you can save up to 40% in tax. Or if you're a high earner or you run your own company and you don't have a pension structure or an extraction plan in place, you're leaving tens of thousands of euro on the table every year. Remember, every euro that you don't send to revenue is a euro that you could save or invest or use to build the life that you actually want. So the bottom line here is wealth isn't just about what you earn, it's about what you keep and how you grow that. Pay yourself first, invest early, and use a tax system to your advantage. Build simple systems, stay consistent, and don't let emotions drive your decisions. Your mindset about money may be the most powerful factor of all. When it comes to money, most people focus on numbers, salary, expenses, investment returns, etc. But here's the truth. Your financial mindset determines your financial outcomes more than any spreadsheet or numbers ever can. A scarcity mindset is a trap. A scarcity mindset is the belief that there's never enough. Not enough money, not enough time, not enough opportunity or security. People stuck in this mindset fear losing what they have. They hoard cash instead of investing. They underspend on their future, but overspend emotionally. Avoid financial planning because it's never going to change anyway. Scarcity isn't always rational. Sometimes it's inherited from our parents or shaped by our past financial trauma, but it quietly leads to self-sabotage. missed opportunities, poor decision making, and chronic financial stress. But the alternative is an abundance mindset. An abundance mindset, on the other hand, views money as a tool, not a source of identity or anxiety. People with this mindset believe that you can create more wealth, invest in their future with confidence, and spend on things that bring long-term value, like education, relationships, and health. And they don't let fear control their decisions. This shift isn't just motivational fluff. It's grounded in neuroscience. Studies reveal that an abundance mindset engages the prefrontal cortex, enhancing our capacity for optimism and strategic decision-making. Conversely, a scarcity mindset triggers the amygdala, our brain's fear center, leading to stress and impulsive choices. Moreover, while increased income boosts happiness up to a point, beyond that, its effects plateau, emphasizing the value of purpose, relationships, and health in our overall well-being. Instead of chasing that next dopamine hit, abundant thinkers ask, what actually makes me feel fulfilled? Am I buying time, health, and peace, or more stuff? And here's the myth: material things bring lasting happiness. Why do so many people that are high earners still feel unfulfilled? It's because their brain equates possessions with success, but only briefly. Possessions offer a quick high, but that feeling fades fast, and you're chasing the next purchase. Experiences, on the other hand, create lasting joy. Neuroscience shows we relive and emotionally re-experience shared events, whether it's travel, concerts, or family time, far more than we do physical items. If you're serious about building wealth and happiness, you need to rewire that instinct to buy more and focus instead on what truly matters. So the bottom line here is, scarcity mindset equals fear, control, and stagnation, whereas an abundance mindset equals growth, confidence, and intentionality. Chasing status equals burnout. Pursuing security and meaningful experiences equals contentment. As Morgan Housel writes, some people aren't addicted to money, they're addicted to progress, to seeing numbers go up, and when the progress stalls, even if they're still objectively wealthy, it feels like failure. That is the scarcity trap. Never feeling like that you have enough, even when you do. Financial freedom isn't just about how much you make, it's about how wisely you manage and grow that money. It's about forming good habits, educating yourself, and planning with intention. Because once you understand the difference between earning income, building wealth, you stop chasing the next paycheck and start building a future. You don't need a windfall, you need a system and discipline, breaking free from the common traps like lifestyle inflation, impulsive spending, and poor debt. If this resonated with you and you want to keep on learning, check out my video, Why Saving Money is Making You Poor: The Inflation Trap in Ireland. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more no-nonsense financial insights. And let me know in the comments, which of these money traps have you seen or fallen into, and how you're turning it around. Thank you for watching. I'm Kevin Elliott, and I'll see you in the next one.